Oh, hello. Why? Hello there. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It's best of the best. We took a week off last week because, Thor not Ragnarok, but Thor Love and Thunder came out. And, I like the movie, but, it's a lot of stuff with that. But anyway, we're back this week and we got a big show. We got a great panel for you guys and we got a lot to discuss. A lot is dropped this week and it looks like there's going to be a lot more that's going to drop. So, with that being said, let's roll the thing. Let's get it going. Hey, what is up, everybody? How y'all doing out there in the collecting community? Everything is going great, and we got a great show for y'all tonight, and we got an excellent panel. But first, before we go to the chat and we talk about all these wonderful things that we'll be talking about tonight, let's go through the panel and go around real quick. First, we're gonna start. We gotta start with the lady of the house. We have her back. She was here once before, but she's back again. And want to give it over to you, Luminar. How you doing tonight? Love that. Hold on, before you even start, love that background. Love to display all the artwork. I see you got Shuri back there. Oh my god, is that Akasha? Wait a minute. Oh,
Yeah, that's the kasha I've been working on for like 6, 7 months now. I'm still trying to perfect the head sculpt, like the outfit and stuff. That's the easy part for me, but head sculpt, getting it right, because the way you guys fry people up by these head sculpts, y'all not gonna get me like that. So I'm just keep working on it and keep doing prototypes until I think it's great. So
definitely. I may have to pay you to I may have to commission you to make me one, man. That looks
mhm.
just what I'm looking at over there looks great. That is amazing. But what else you got going on?
I just got, which side is it? Oh, my Storm premium format.
Ooh,
Yes,
nice.
my first. This is my first statue ever, so I'm very excited about it. Going to see it tomorrow on Figure Flex Friday, so it's gonna be awesome.
Nice. I'll definitely be tuning in to see that. That looks great. Next up, we got my guy right here. I was recently on his show. He had a great show this afternoon with Cam. Love that episode. And yeah, it was great. Shane, 1 6 scale, 1 6 figure focus. How you doing, brother?
Oh, good man. Thanks for coming on the show and thanks for watching, Cam. Definitely really enjoyed it. So, yeah, really happy to be here and just good to stream it, Luminara and Anthony again. So, yeah, really looking forward to it,
Absolutely.
man.
And we will have y'all know how it is. We're gonna have my guy. Of course, Leo will be in the house. He's running a little late, but he will be here at 8 o'clock. Hopefully a little before 8. We'll have him in the house, but I gotta toss it over to my brother, Anthony, Six Scale Mafia, the XO6 Pimp, Player Pimp. We
Every
got him
time.
back. It's been a while. How you doing, brother?
It's good, man. I'm doing good. I know the past couple of weeks it's been kind of, you know, can
Right.
I make it? Can I get work done? But work is
Right.
done for now, right? There's a little bit of a lull, so it's always cool. I know I broke the streak.
I know. But hey,
But we're at
at
20,
least
21. What episode is this?
this is 27, believe it or not.
27. So maybe I was a little more than 20. What do we get? 23?
Oh no, we did like 23. Yeah, so you did about
23.
23. That was pretty.
Yeah,
That
not
was
bad.
good. That's good. We can make
Consecutive
another.
weeks. Yeah, that's good. That's good. But yeah, no, man, it's great, man. Just working on, just working. Always working, man. Never
Ab-
ends.
Absolutely.
It doesn't.
So let's bring up the chat real quick. Let's see who's here. We got in the house. Oh my gosh, she's saying hello to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Always good to have you here. We got We got Wyman42. He said, "What's up, friends? What's up with you as well? Good to have you here." Luminar in the
Mhm.
house, of course. Luminar is in the house. We got the talented Renz Talentino in the house. He says, "Good evening, bro. Good evening to you as well." We got Knights of Ren here. He said, "What's up? My Tarkin should be in tomorrow. That's a good figure. You are going to enjoy, my friend. That is
Mhm.
a great figure. Excellent head sculpt, by the way." We got Jerry in the house. He says, "How is everyone tonight? How are you doing, sir?" Yeah, Bruce Lee on. He said, "Rock out, brother, cousins." Hey, I'm gonna try to, man. Definitely, definitely, absolutely. We got Philip the Fool in the house. That's what's up. He says, "Congrats to Luminar on that purchase. Definitely, definitely. Can't wait to figure flex tomorrow to see that." We got Ant Man in the house. He says, "Mr. Nookie." Of course, he's talking about
Yeah,
Ant.
that's awesome.
Absolutely. We got 16th here. He said, "Have you unboxed that storm yet?" Check that out tomorrow. Check that out tomorrow. We got AJ in the house. What's up, AJ? Said, "I'm extra pumped for tomorrow." Yes, everybody wants to see that storm, me included. Uh,
Mhm.
Got Eddie Rodriguez. Yes, he said, "Yes, that background is looking fresh." Absolutely, absolutely. We got my guy Ty. Ty, I need you back on the show, brother. Try to get you back on here next week. Absolutely. Says have a good have a good one, people. Pattern in the chat. Definitely, definitely. We got Bob Dylan in the house. What's up, Bob Dylan? Always good to have you in the house, brother. It's not a party unless Bob Dylan is in the house. Definitely. Got Brandon Salad in the house. He said, "Hi, hey, what's up with you? How you doing?" We got my brother. He couldn't be there. He's traveling right now, but we will have a word from him later on in the show. We got second brother in the house. What's up good with you, bro? Safe travels and all. We'll definitely see you back here next week. And I know you got a segment coming up, so that's going to be funny. We'll all check that out. Uh, we got Hold My Balls in the house. He said, "This panel is legendary. Thank you so much. Thank you very kindly. Definitely is. We try. We try." We got Insane One in the house. Definitely. 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 Good to have you here. Remember, hit that like button, subscribe. We got 61 of y'all in here. Thank you so much. We got Blackbird Tech. Says, "Hey to everyone. How you doing, Blackbird Tech?" The collector is in the house. Definitely. What's up, the collector? He got his popcorn and ready. Hey, I'm ready too, brother.
Mhm.
He's got Ryan McCarthy. What's up with you, Ryan? Always good to have you here, brother. Got Eddie Rodriguez. He says, "Great panel tonight, BC." We try to, we try to change it up just a little bit. Definitely. Give it a little different flavor. We got S Beam in the house. He says, "Hello, everyone. How you doing, S Beam? Good to have you in here as well." Got Marco Polo. Hey everyone, how you doing, brother? Got Calvin Williams the second in the house. What's up with you? We got Dockinator in the house. Said,
Yo.
yeah, best of got that best. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And we got Tara in the house. Hey, what's up with you? Always good to have you here. And we got, and I believe it's the first one in here, Xander. My God, that N1 got to sell. Got me. He said oh my God, that N1 got to sell my coffee table to make room for it. Yeah, we gonna talk all about that, brother. Absolutely. Okay, guys. So first order of business we're going to talk about here, man. So we got a lot to discuss. First up, I want to talk about this right here. And no, and that's not I didn't misspell that. No, Clown Wars, because that final product. What is this? What is going on
Mm.
here? What is going on here? So you got the final product, prototype, final product. In my eyes, this is a fail, and I hate to go because well, all the things I love about Sideshow, I love their customer service. Some of their products are good. They do a lot. Me and second brother were actually talking about that earlier this week. That they have some products that are really good, like the Grogu statue, the 1-to-1 scale Grogu, or the Child is a real good Sideshow product. The comic book version of Thor is another good Sideshow figure product. So they do make good products. Maybe not as good and maybe not as well and detailed as Hot Toys, but every now and then they do some good products. with this line right here, I actually was honestly, I was kind of looking forward to it because here was an opportunity for them to do something that was different than what Hot Toys is doing and giving us an authentic Clone Wars line. And I don't know, like these head sculpts. I'm like, how do you make an animated sculpt soft? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. But anyway, Anthony, I'm gonna go to you first on this, man. What is your thoughts on this?
Well, I absolutely agree with what you're saying there, Jay. I mean, I think the situation here is, Sideshow's still a great company. Yeah, there's ups and downs. But let's take the company out for a minute and then look at the products that they actually create, right? This is not a, Hot Toy or 3-0, or so this is a Sideshow collectibles piece, right? So with that said, it feels, yeah, the thing, and, I've mentioned this in previous streams with you as well, is that this was a potential gold mine for Sideshow to kind of have a leg up in the competition. Even though they're partners, there's still competition within the 6-scale communities, with Hot Toys and other companies. Nobody's touching this line,
right?
So to me, I was like, well, this is great. Okay, we saw the prototypes. Everybody was, raving over the prototypes. Then we got the Yoda tease, and people are like, oh, okay, so this is continuing, okay, as expected. But, now we're seeing some official confirmation, right? So a lot of buzz was going around. I know a ton of people who pre-ordered these, right? Super excited. And and then we see this, and one could argue that it's the lighting in the studio or this and this, but again, at the same time, the prototypes were on display at Star Wars Celebration, and under harsh lights and harsh scrutiny, but under every angle, they looked like the former pictures here, right? The prototypes,
right?
So I feel like I don't know if they want. I think they cut corners. In my honest opinion,
yes. Looks like they use cheaper plastic or something.
Yeah, they look. Now I don't know. I don't work with them, but I feel like from a production standpoint, they cut corners, and it's disheartening because, as I said, it's a gold mine. It's a gold mine for them, and now you're charging $250 plus tax plus shipping. You're looking at $280, $290, maybe $300 depending on where you live, with your taxes and shipping, which is Hot Toy prices now.
Yeah. So
I feel like I don't want to be disrespectful, to the company, but at the same time, it's like, hey, these clearly are different figures. I mean, even the outfits are different. I mean, the Obi-Wan robes. It's just it's kind of a kick, right? You're like, dang, this. A lot of people were really looking forward to this, and this doesn't look like, in my opinion, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. To me, I look at this as, and I'm going to say this, I think Sideshow has a lot of talented people with them, and
absolutely,
I feel this is kind of a kick in the face, a slap in the face to their artists, to their company. It's like, I really think this is and the thing is, these, like you said, these are not, $150. This is $255 figures, and then you throw in tax and shipping even more. So it looks like they use cheaper materials. The detailing isn't there. Like if you look at the robes, the Obi-Wan, totally different, night and day. You can tell the quality of.
It's just so much cheaper. It reminds me of the old 12-inch. G.I. Joes from back in the day, or Barbies, I dare say. Like, just the quality is not. Yeah. And I just don't understand why they did that, because it's like, if you didn't cut corners, you know what I'm saying? These are going to sell. And they had mentioned that they had the opportunity to have the source files from the show, so that they can make this from animation to real life, right? Just jump right out of the, again, because the prototypes look like, dude. Looks like a screen still from the show. Exactly,
and that's what we were expecting. Shout out to Sis Mandalorian Huntress. She says, "What's this Black Series 12-inch line?" Mm-hmm. Yeah. Luminar, your thoughts?
I mean, they look like bargain bin toys. You go to like a old comic shop and you go digging through the little $2 bin. That's what they look like. Like
Yeah.
you can tell, like the prototype, they put their heart and soul. They have so much time to work on this prototype, and the artists who are working on the prototype can add as much detail and everything. But when it comes to a big production, you can't replicate that detail on such a massive scale. Like you can tell these figures ain't like they've been painted. Like the eyes, the only thing like been painted is the eyes and the hair. Everything else looks like it's just plastic, just blank plastic with no shading or anything done to it. So I think it's really ridiculous that they put this out. Like I said, I'm not about to get fried up because I'm an artist and we're sensitive. So y'all not gonna see that Akasha head sculpt until it is like Aaliyah like came back to life. Okay, so
Right.
yeah, it's a lot. Like they could have did. I would have never put these out.
You
And
know,
something like this, like people who paint head sculpts, they're like, oh God, I can't wait to get this so I can enhance the head sculpt. You shouldn't have to do that. You
right.
shouldn't have to get somebody to repaint your head sculpt. It should come done and ready for you to just display it. So I think
Especially
this is
especially for this price. And
mhm.
Dylan Compton says it right there. He's like they're charged the nerve to charge like Hot Toys prices for this. And the show it's like really deceiving to the customers. It truly is. So I'm gonna ask Shane. So think you'll be adding these to your collection?
Not a chance, man. Not a chance. Like I've never bought a Sideshow piece. I've never seen a Sideshow piece that made me even think about picking up my wallet. And these are definitely not for me. I don't want to go trashing them because I get where Luminaire is coming from as well. Someone sculpted them, but you can have you can definitely have a little prod at the marketing team, right? So the sculptor made them, but it was the marketing team said, yeah, they're $250. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I genuinely thought that when I saw these announced and then the Yoda, people lost their minds over the Yoda.
Yes.
Because they were like, okay, they're going down this line. Everyone really liked the prototype Yoda. I thought they had an opportunity to capitalize on something that Hot Toys didn't. I said it on multiple streams. They have to do two things. One, make sure that the figures can hold a pose. That's basics. That's bread and butter. You don't want to repeat of the Grievous. And the second thing was just get those animated head sculpts right. And they didn't. Yeah. So,
well, you know, it's interesting, if I can chime in on that, is that the Sideshow does really good though with comic book stuff and statues. Yes. As long as they're, and even to a lesser degree, even now, like that Moff Gideon statue looks pretty good. That Ahsoka statue looks pretty good. That Boba Fett statue looks pretty good. Likeness wise, they're getting better at likeness of actors, but they really shine in, you know, their premium format area or their Mythos line. Like, you know, that's. So it baffles me because I'm like, oh, well, I get this. If you're not trying to, you know, encapsulate or emulate a character's likeness, then what you're doing has been great. So then when the Clone Wars stuff comes out, you're like, oh, dude, this is a gold mine because they don't have to, you know, maybe not to say that they may not have the talent to create likeness of actors, but to a lesser extent, yeah, you know, and there are no Hot Toys guys. So, you know, looking at something that's animated,
been a home run for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit!
This should have been
I've seen
playing
what you guys
to their
do.
strengths, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because like when I say
go ahead,
when I say I've never bought like anything from Sideshow, like it's not that I've necessarily never seen anything good from them, but a lot of stuff is statues which I don't collect. So my opinion doesn't matter about statues. I don't collect statues.
Right.
But the animated, the comic book-esque type things they've done, some of them look pretty cool, but they might be statues and I mightn't necessarily collect them. But the fact that they're not, as you said, actors, and that they do the comic book stuff quite well, they kind of should have.
Oh, their X-Men line is awesome, dude. Their premium formats.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they do some great work, but...
And you know, and that's the thing with this, and that's the thing that's very frustrating, because looking at this, we know they do good work. Like we all said, we said about their statues, we said about the bust. We said about a lot, and even some of the figures, they do good work. So it's not even a really bashing on the artists themselves. I think this is a business thing.
This is like an EA thing.
Yes, it looked like somebody made a suit made a decision to say we're going to use cheaper materials. Oh, we're not going to take the time to paint these the way they need
And
to.
one thing I was about to say was like with the statues, they do lower batches of statues. So they can get their artists to spend more time perfecting it because they have a less to do. When you have a figure and you're pushing out like thousands of them, like 10,000 figures or whatever, it's going to be less because they're not going to have enough time to do each one and make it perfect. So they're going to just kind of wholesale it, throw them out there unfinished pretty much. They look unfinished. Like they don't look like they're finished. They look like, oh, I did the base coat, but I haven't added the shading yet. You know, that's what it looks like.
They do look on. I think that's the best way to put it. And that kind of brings me to another thing. This has me thinking about where we were almost a year ago with Grievous. We were promised one thing and then we got something that was honestly shouldn't even have been a product pushed out there to people. Honestly, anytime they had to do a recall and like, oh, we'll fix it for you or we'll give you more parts to fix it.
Yeah, unfortunately,
yeah. And this kind of brings me back to that. So not trying, don't want to start off on a negative note or don't want to be a negative Nancy, but I mean, these type of things need to be talked about in the community. And that's where I'm coming from with this. So I don't want anybody to think that, oh, I'm just being negative. We're just beating up on them. No, they do good work. Okay. They don't have the same quality as a lot of Hot Toys products, but they do produce a lot of great product. Okay. We get it. So it's no reason for this not to be a home run. And I agree with Luminar. I felt the same way. This looks unfinished. That's the thing. But before we move on, does anybody else have any more comments about this?
I just that maybe I hope they learn from this, and it is absolutely okay as a consumer to, voice your concerns, respectfully, of course. It's always, you don't want to shit on people, but it's always good to actually express your concerns on things when they're valid and to vote with your wallet. And because the problem is when everybody just, accepts things, that's like anything in life, whether it's, a relationship or a friendship or, you know what I mean? If there's no back and forth conversation, nobody even knows they're doing something wrong. And if it's all negative, deliberately negative, oh, these fucking suck or this and that, then they'll chalk that up as like, well, there's just a minority of haters, like there always are. You know what I'm saying? So be constructive and vote with your wallet. And I think that's the only way companies will, evolve should they want to listen and make money. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about, is making money.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. We got AKA Orange Juice in the house. What's up, Leo? Glad to have you here, man. Absolutely. You came in the nick of time. I'm glad to have you here, man.
No doubt, bro.
Oh, what do you think about these,
man? So it's sad, bro. Like, and the thing is, it's like, look, I got nothing but respect for Sideshow, bro. Like, do they F up sometimes? They do, but still, as a company, we talk about it all the time. Customer service is on point. You know what I mean? They do have product that, I do want. Their statues, their premium format statues, I live for it. My storm will be here tomorrow. I'm so excited. And Lumi, I see you have yours back here, so I see that. Mm-hmm. This right here was a disappointment, man, because I really wanted it. You know what I mean? The prototypes, again, I love Clone Wars. I'm a diehard Clone Wars fan. I'm an advocate, put it that way. But yeah, seeing this, it looks really, really soft. I was talking to we were talking about it like last night, and it looks like something from my heyday. You know what I mean? Like I'm collecting, Kenner figures all over again. You know what I mean? Like just vintage Kenner figures. Like it's soft. Like it really, really looks soft. The paint apps are totally different. And this definitely wasn't what I saw at Star Wars Celebration. It's definitely different. You know what I mean? And again, we want them to do better, man. Like we, and I was rooting for them. I still root for them, man. Even at like today, they showed the prototype of that Ahsoka, and that looked really good. I mean, they've actually teamed up with TB League for the body, and it looks good. But it's just like, yo, the final product is not going to add up. I know it, and I don't want it to be just as soft as this one, as these are. So, and originally I pre-ordered them. And here's the thing: is like when I was looking at the review and I was looking at the unboxing, I was at the gym and I didn't have my glasses on. So I really couldn't, my vision is not literally like my vision is blurred when I'm looking at the screen. It's sort of, but I see them and I'm like, all right, the articulation is there, this, that, and the third. It can't be as bad as people thought. Put my glasses on when I got home and I looked at it and I was like, wow, wait a minute. There's definitely a difference. And I'm not liking what I'm seeing. So I was like, you know what? I'll just stick with my Clone Wars Ahsoka that I have from Hot Toys.
Yep.
You know, that Anakin, if anybody doesn't have that Anakin, bro, literally, and this is me saying this is my opinion, but that Clone Wars Anakin that we got with the stab or without the stab is probably one of the best Anakin figures I've seen, period.
Nice.
Like, period. It's better, even better than the OT Anakin I got from, Revenge of the Sith. It's way better.
Really?
Way better.
It is.
In my opinion, it's way better, bro. It better presence. The armor with the cape. Oh my God, it's phenomenal, bro. I love it. But yeah, these right here, I had to back out. I had them on pre-order, bro, but I canceled it. It was funny because I called them up, or I messaged them through chat, and I let them know, I gave them the order number, and she messaged me back. She was like, well, there's 2 figures on here. Which one will you want to cancel? I said, both of them. Like, I need you to cancel both of them and I didn't even go in an explanation. I just said, look, I just need to cancel it. And they didn't, pick up a fuss or nothing like that. They just canceled it. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, cool. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't want to because I was rooting for him and I wanted it. But yeah, definitely, man. They dropped the ball on this one, and it's really soft because even if you look at the uniform, if you look at the tailoring between the two, it's totally different.
Different.
It's completely different. And I'm like, how do you do that? Like, I mean, how? Like the likeness, bro, like these are their likeness. Put it this way, they're animated figures of the actors. It's not the actor's likeness itself. Right. So how can you get that wrong?
Right.
Hot Toys is basically showing you how to get it right because that Miles is incredible.
Yes.
I mean, it's animated. The Miles is incredible. The Gwen is incredible. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know how they got this wrong. You know what I mean? But again, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I just bowed out of it. It may be for other people, and maybe other people just don't see, a problem with it. But for me, I just had to fall back. I literally had to fall back.
Leo, do you think it was a cost of like materials or anything like that they wanted to go? That it was cheap? These look cheaper. That's the thing. The plastic it looks like they went with a cheaper plastic. The soft goods look cheaper. Do you think it was a cost thing?
I don't know. The thing is, bro, like, I mean, come on, this is Sideshow, bro. Like, they're making their money. Yeah. Like, they are really, really making their money. And this is an original IP that they actually have the rights for. Right. You know what I mean? So why? I don't think it's an issue of cost. If it is, put it this way, I would hate to basically say that, you know what, they just took the easy way out to avoid much of a cost type of situation. But I don't know. I really just don't know. I mean, this figure, again, it's not for me. It might be for others, but it's definitely not for me. They dropped the ball on it. The prototypes that I saw at Star Wars Celebration, bro, it had me so hype. I was like, yo, I can't wait till these things are released. Even when I basically saw the thumbnail for the unsealed and revealed, I was like, yo, I cannot wait to see this figure. I'm hyped. And then I watched it and I was like, oh.
You know what else makes these bad?
Yeah.
I used to have Barbies as a little girl, and when you squeeze, like they look like you can squeeze their heads, and their heads squish in. Don't
it does.
Like that's what it looks like. It looks like one of those soft plastic heads where you squish it.
Yeah.
Classic
It-
bait and switch.
Wayman 42 says, "Does anybody recall the old kids TV shows Davy and Goliath? These look like the characters from that show." I
Yeah.
know
He
exactly what
unlocked
he's
a
talking
memory,
about.
bro. I
Yeah.
totally forgot about that shit
Yeah.
for 30 years or something.
Yeah, this is exactly what it looks like. And
Yeah.
and again, that's a shame, bro, because it definitely could be better. And we want it to be better. But again, it happens. Any company would basically drop the ball. Hopefully they can pick it back up and do something different, man. But for me, it was definitely a pass. I got my money back, and I'm just going to rock with it that way and just put it towards something else that I want. So,
I can't wait to see what some customizers do. Like that's
oh
about
yeah,
it.
Oh
You know
yeah.
they're going to murder this thing. Like
yeah, yeah. It'd be like I said, because and I agree. Somebody said like if the price was lower,
If this was like 3-0 or something, like 120.
yeah. If it was
130.
If it was
I'm like,
100, yeah.
it would be,
Yeah, tell
I'd be like, all right, cool.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, totally.
But other than that, yeah, it's definitely not worth the penny that they're charging right now, bro. It's not.
$250.
Yeah,
And that's
nah,
before shipping and tax.
nah.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah, nah. I use that and basically get the bat pod or something like that.
Yeah.
This is better.
Now
That's
there's
just-
an idea. Good
Yeah.
man, speaking my language.
Yeah, the bat pod.
What would you
because
put on that bat pod, Leo?
Yo, listen, my Tumblr is on its way. It is on its way, and it will be here next week. So,
That's awesome.
bro, the thing is, listen, and I would say it like the Miles for me is definitely my number one figure of the year.
Yes.
But that DX19, bro, like,
man, it goes hard in the paint. That is
it definitely goes hard in the paint, bro. When you see that thing in the visual, because bro, like what I did, I can't, because I'm not putting the photo out until I bring out the figure. But what I did was I took it outside and I have it a certain way where the moon is. Wait till you see this shit. But that figure's decent. Granted, the articulation isn't where I want it to be, but who cares? I really don't care, because I wasn't. When I think of Batman, I give all of them just about damn near hero pose anyway, because that's just how it is. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. But yeah, with that figure, man, nah, it's with those other two figures. Like, I'm sorry, Sideshow. It's just a pass for me. It definitely is.
Again with the nacho cheese Dark Phoenix statue.
Hey, come on
Yeah.
now. You know what? That was all Mario. This shit
Right.
is not like fucking burnt lasagna or whatever. that Jean Grey Phoenix is awesome. But
It looks
I
good.
get the point though in the fire effect. But again, they do some really cool comic book stuff.
They do.
Yeah.
Like great. Like I'm 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Like really, really top quality stuff. And especially for their price. And I think that's where the problem is, right? Because you can pick up premium formats, $600, $700, right? It's a decent.
Yeah.
You're not quite in the Prime 1 territory or anything. It's affordable. It's a couple Hot Toys nowadays. Let's be real, and it's good. But then when you see this,
Yeah.
you're like, well, wait a minute. I could just go buy a Hot Toy for
Exactly.
this price, and
Yep.
this
Yeah.
is that's where people are upset.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If these were $100, maybe we can slide.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, it's cheap. It's whatever. It's what we get for animated. Fine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna
Totally.
bring these up on Sunday on Collectors Lounge International, because I just want to know how Focus really feels. I want him to talk about it. Don't talk about it now. I want it because you already said if he's already talked about it. I want to hear how you really.
I didn't say much. In fairness, I didn't go trashing him. I just said like,
I want
He was nice. He was very nice.
I know.
He was very well behaved.
Yeah, but you on Collectors Lounge, he can be unfiltered. I want the unfiltered version of
Oh,
Focus on Sundays. I can't
We
wait.
got 100 people in here. Guys, thank you so much. Hit that like button. Subscribe to all the wonderful people here. Wonderful channels. I mean, you guys know what it is, Gotta have good company. I'm in the presence of great company here. So definitely. Next up, Summer Showcase sneak peeks. And I'm just gonna bring this up right here. Now, we know our friend Yost. We know our friend Yost is working on one of these. But here it is. My thing is, they showed us two vehicles. They showed us this, and you know the other thing that they showed. And they put up a video for the other thing. Are we going to get this? Or is
No.
this just to scare off people? They've done this tactic before. They showed something at a big showcase or a convention, and we never see it. So, especially for this piece right here, is this just to scare Yoast and Jazz Inc., or do you think we're really gonna get this piece? Luminar, I'm gonna go to you on this.
I don't know. They tend to do stuff out of spite, so probably I don't know. If they did, you wouldn't get it till like 2025. So I don't know.
Not wrong.
Yep, very, very true. Anthony, your thoughts?
That's the $1 million question right there, isn't it?
Yep.
It's the mind games. Howard's known for this. So you're putting in an interesting position because he's doubling down on competition and on the consumer's expectations.
Yep.
So it's this gamble. So he's creating the game for you. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
It's smart. So now people are going to be like, shit, maybe this is coming. Not everybody's going to think that, but there's going to be a group of people who are hesitant when they
Howard's the master of puppets right now.
Yeah, you know, when they tease the 2022 Batmobile, there are people who backed out.
That's right.
Because they're like, well, you know what? And to Hot Toys' credit, lately, the past 6 to 8 months, everything they've teased, they've announced. They're changing their patterns. Now, that's not to say that's 100% accurate, but you know what I mean? But on the other flip of the coin, it is a flex. It's like, hey, and you know why it's a flex? Because if we release this, we are going to take your business.
Yep.
That's fact. It may not take 100%, but we're going to cut in to your profits because we're a known, established, long-term quality brand. You know, it's just, this is all business. This is all business. Now, this is 12th scale, but
yeah.
So I feel like this has a higher likelihood of being made, even though they don't really have much at all in 12 scale, but you know, size-wise, you know what I'm saying? This is still a pretty neat piece, but at this point, we're all just speculating, right? But that's the driving force. It gets people to talk. It makes people question and wonder, what does the future hold, man? We don't know. You know, everybody was complaining about vehicles, and now we're just getting bombarded with them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
What
is
scale
this
is the
another
one?
sign?
What scale is the one that Yoast is doing?
1.6.
1.6
Yeah,
for
he's
like
doing 1.6.
$3,000.
For $3,000. And see, Eddie
$2,400.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eddie Rodriguez, thank you for the $5 bomb. He says this looks reasonable for a release. What scale? You know,
It's
yep,
112.
112 scale. And that's the thing. I mean, some people are going to be like, well, shoot, I want the 1.6 scale. But for people that don't have the space, I mean, let's be honest, most collectors are not going to have a space for that 1.6 scale.
No, and listen, and not to cut you off, but this, like Lael, dude, we do stuff like this, man. We're and not saying it, nobody else does, but somewhat like visionaries, like we see stuff before it comes, and it's all about perspective. And if you have a Batman and a Batmobile, and you have a deeper case, you put this 12th scale in the rear for perspective, so you don't have this giant thing that you have no idea where to put.
Mm-hmm.
There you
and
go.
you can do some cool light like the moon, you know, or whatever, and you're like, that's freaking sweet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's about that creativity and that vision. So who knows? Anyway.
Absolutely. I'm gonna jump over you, Shane, real quick. Leo, your thoughts, man? Because I know you just got that the race speeder, and that thing is phenomenal for what I've seen. I saw your another great video, another great posing session.
I'll be right back.
Man. What are your thoughts?
Here's the thing, bro. There should always be a space for, everybody should actually, just like, in the markets that we live in right now, whether it's Target or if it's a Hasbro, if it's, any other company, basically, like I said, there's variance, you know what I mean? And there's variety, there's choices that are provided, like, whether or not you want to get from this company, that company, as long as it's friendly competition, you get you get that, with them. Howard's releasing a 112. My advice, here's the thing, because I see Yoast every time somebody does something, that people will actually contact Yoast and let him know. Right. And then he'll release a post or a video. I don't think he needs to do that.
No.
I really don't think he needs to. I think the quality of his product is going to speak for itself. You don't have to talk. Like, you don't have to say anything. You don't even have to respond. Don't even let them know that they're getting to you, because it's not really worth it at that point. I mean, I think, to be quite honest, just put out your product and let that speak for itself. This right here, here's the difference. And I hate to jump over this, but I'm just going to give you an example. Like Mafia said, pretty much so far, everything that they've actually put out a preview video for, they've almost damn near released, or whatever. I mean, they put out a preview video for the Batmobile. We haven't seen that yet. You know what I mean? But today, I woke up and saw a preview video for that Naboo Starfighter, and I was like, yeah, there's a chance they might release that piece. And if they do, I want it. We haven't gotten a preview video for this yet, from as far as I know. I'm not really sure. But we knew nothing yet. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Phenomenal, bro. And I'm like saying, if I would love to actually get this piece, I'm really hoping that they release it, because it'd be the very first this scale of a video, of a vehicle, 6 scale, that I would actually, and from Hot Toys, that I would be invested in. Not the I really don't care about the DeLorean. It's not my, whatever. It's there. I know people are getting it, but this right here draws my interest more. If they do something like this, I'm all in. But again, with that, I don't know. Again, it's all in the eyes of the beholder. Right now, Howard's the beholder. So we have to wait and see what he, decides to do at this point. I mean, they can't just, but the one thing I will say is they cannot continue to go down this road of just teasing people with product and not releasing it. Absolutely. Because the thing is, because every time you do that is another notch on the wall for Yoast and any other company that's going to actually decide to release these vehicles. Because they can say, okay, they're not going to do it, but and you have the full confidence that I'll do it. The only catch and the only caveat to that is the simple fact that if Hot Toys does do it, it's going to be considerably cheaper. And that's the thing. There's going to be a major price difference. And that's what's going to be the deciding factor and what's going to defeat everything. So, again, I understand the cost of materials, production, stuff like that. But these prices, man, like literally, like it's a chokehold on a lot of people. And that's why I pick and choose with those things. So, but this
have to.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know, bro. I'm in a position where I don't know what they're going to do. We just got to kind of wait and see what they decide to do,
Absolutely. We got Mario El Professor in the house. He says, remember Hot Toys? Mario, love you, guy. Love you. He said, remember Hot Toys released that Bat vehicle from the Dark Knight Rises. That was a 1/12 scale. It sat forever. I think this has a good possibility of being released. Very, very good point. They did do that. They did. Yeah. Shane, your thoughts? Because I know me and you was looking at that.
Yeah, man, we were just we went deep about this there the other night. We both just love 89. There's a lot of people do, and I just kind of described, I remember Christmas 89. I think it was the Kenner version of this, and just a lot of good memories from a great film that I still think holds up. Look, I've looked at the 1/6 scale 89 Batwing from Jazz Inc. I have looked and admired those photos way more than is healthy. I so much to the point that I put it into the cart and I broke it down by the longest possible payment plan was something ridiculous. Like, I don't know, $200 for a year or something like that, $200 every month for a year. And I went, okay, that's it's probably doable. And then I went, right, where do you put it? And I realized, no, pipe dream, give it up. And I made a decision, you're not getting that. You can admire that from afar. It looks like a movie prop. This doesn't. This looks plasticky, right? It doesn't have the same paint finish. Okay, it's a prototype, I get that. So they're chalk and cheese. Jazz Inc. looks like a movie prop. It's fantastic looking. This looks like a toy. It doesn't give me the same kind of screen accuracy. However, this is a prototype. And this is the only angle, only photo I've seen, so I don't know anything. Completely agree with Mario. the 1/12 Buzz, that was what they did with the bat. It came in a little 1/12 Batman, a little 1/12 Selena Kyle, I believe. And I thought that was a great scale for that, because who's going to buy a 1/6 scale bat? People with massive basements and no amount of money, maybe. But the average person, it'd be very hard to shift a lot of them, I'd imagine. Like Mario said, it's sat for a while. I will definitely throw an eye on this. If they do this, I don't think they're going to. I want to be wrong. I will definitely throw an eye on this for nostalgia, for the design, for the fact that it's an 89. 1/12 could be manageable. I would definitely be interested to see if they put it up for order and what it looks like, the final product, because judging it just on this photo, that's obviously a bit harsh. Apparently, though, the cockpit isn't accurate, but I'm basing that on Jazz Inc.'s posted it and fully look into it. But yeah, I like it, but not based on this image, if you get me. I need to see more.
Absolutely. Totally agree on that. And since we've talked about this, we kind of hit on it before, but I mean, this Naboo Starfighter, man.
Yeah.
This thing looks phenomenal. It looks great. I mean, when I saw it, just looks great. They have moving turbines on it. It's 1/6 scale. Man, this looks good. I mean, I don't know where I would put it, honestly. I would find a place for it. I would find a place definitely for this. Leo, I know you talked about it already, but just to hit, man, I know if they release this, you're gonna
Oh yeah. Already, I mean, I'm just putting it out there. I mean, I'm definitely going to get it. And I even like the way they have it displayed right now. That looks really, really
great.
good.
Yep.
Just creating like a sort of a sandbox atmosphere. That would be incredible for it. I mean, again, like I said, if they do it, I don't want to say that they won't, because then it always gets proven wrong. But if they do it, I'll definitely have a high interest in this, and I will get it, because we have been talking about it. I mean, ever since that episode of the Book of Boba Fett, you know what I mean? Episode 5, I was just like all in for it. You know what I mean? Or was that episode 4? I think it was episode 4 or 5. I'm not really sure. It might have been 5.
I think was it 5? I think
It might have been 5 or 4, one of them. But yeah, ever since that episode, I was like, yeah, I'm all in. I mean, when they brought that Naboo Starfighter back, I was like, okay. It looks amazing, man. And they even took the time to put out a preview video for it. But they've done preview videos for a lot of things, but I mean, they took the time to really, really do this and nail it. And on top of that, it's a good idea to do it now, considering the simple fact that trailer for the book, for Mandalorian season 3 is going to be out soon. They don't have a choice. It's already been leaked. They know people have high anticipation for it. It's good to put it out now. This vehicle was shown heavily in that teaser, that trailer itself. So it makes so much of a difference to do so. A good in CT603. I hope it's like, if it's around almost 1,500 or something like that, to me that's a good buy. I'd still do it. I would definitely do it. I would definitely put my hands on it, because man, yes, I mean, that's just like buying a statue. You know what I mean? You're getting quality, and you're getting, like I said, moving turbines, light up features inside the cockpit. You cannot go wrong with this. And I bet you they'll probably release a Grogu with it. Not a Mando, but a Grogu will probably be with it. So, but yeah, I'm definitely all in on this, man.
Comes with a Grogu. Sign me up.
Definitely.
They'll make a different expression.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ears flapping, something like that.
Yeah.
Shane, you getting this, man?
No chance. No way. No way. Like, A, I don't think this is going to be released. B, I hope I'm wrong, because I want to see it when Lael buys it. Like, C, this room might look, it is not big. Like 6 foot across? No way. It's not going to fit. It's not. Look, I like the Naboo Starfighter. I love the color code, and I love the elegant design from episode 1. Episode 5 and 6 of Book of Boba were fantastic. This was a really nice touch, not only for nostalgia. It looked great on the screen. It's a cool looking design. They basically Fast and the Furious it up. But it was cool. I can't see them doing this. It's just too bloody big. But for the people who want it, I hope to do, but not a chance. No, I it's just a space thing. Like I can't. No, nah. Drops mic.
With Beskar Kid, I agree too. He says I need Pele, Moto, and the pit droids to go with this. Yes,
Yep.
I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with that. Luminar, you getting this? Go add
No.
it to the collection.
The only Star Wars figure or thing I'm going to have is the Mandalorian Ahsoka. So I haven't like dabbled in Star Wars yet. So this would not be my first purchase. I think it's really cool though. Like I like how they got it set up with the droids and all of the stuff around it. It definitely has to come with a Grogu. I mean, every other Mando thing comes with a Grogu. So if it doesn't, that's kind of awkward and weird. Well, I think it's really cool. So Leo, when you get it, I can't wait to see it flexed.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
it's definitely gonna get flexed somehow, some way.
We got 126 in here. Remember, hit that like button. Once again, guys, thank you kindly. Thank you so much. Last but not least, my brother Anthony. I know you gonna get this, brother. Come on.
Why does
tell me.
everybody keep saying this to me? Leia was harping on me last night, tried to pull some Jedi mind trick shit on me. Everybody's like, "You're gonna get this," and I'm like, "So, like, what if I am?" Nah, listen. Here's the thing. It's interesting that they showed the video. When they showed the video, that's when my gears started turning. Because you don't know. You don't know. It could be. But here's the thing. They have to pay somebody, as short as that is, to make a video, to do the effects, to show the dimensions. It's 5 feet 8 inches, or 180 centimeters.
They spent some money already.
Right. They showcase that the turbines are powered. And then they appear to be lit up. I don't think that was post-processing. I think they light up. So, they're trying to highlight the features of this product. So it makes you think. You're like, okay, well, they're investing into this, and it's interesting. It's Book of Boba Fett, clearly. Because that's where he got the ship from. I know we all want to say it's Mando, but it was Mando injected into the Book of Boba Fett. You know what I'm saying? So, it's cool. So it's very likely this could happen. Price wise, yeah, it's probably gonna be $1,500-$1,600. I'm hoping for 12. The DeLorean's like about 8. So I want to stay somewhere in that 8 to 12 range. I think 15 might be too high.
Yeah,
I mean, this shit ain't gonna fly me to the moon, so I don't know. you know what I'm saying? But I guess it really depends. Look, if this thing actually goes through and we see this go up for pre-order and it's an official announcement and you can pre-order it right now at Sideshow, this is a real deal, it's happening, I guess, yeah, I'm going to get it. Depending on, I don't even know. I don't know what high is too high for the price, but I would get it.
Yeah.
I would get it, one, because this never happens, and two, it really shows me the other side of the coin of what's really happening in 6-scale advertising and competition. So I'd be all in because I'm like, oh shit, and then we may make some other stuff that we're looking at. And as you guys may or may not know, I happen to live in a desert. So it would be kind of cool to do some shots or whatever outside. I don't have to go far. I just walk right out the door, man. I'm not like in a desolate area, but you know what I mean? There's this would be really cool to take photos with. I would, I'm guessing it's gonna be fairly lightweight. So you can use like, fishing wire or something, to hang it. You can mount it into like some studs on the ceiling or something. Yep. There's alternatives. There's things that you can do. It's not entirely out of your realm of being able to present this, or just get some acrylic, make a coffee table, whatever. Like, but yeah, I think it's very cool, man.
It is, bro. Worth it. Definitely worth it.
Definitely worth it. And I mean, and looking at that video, you bring up a good point with that video. That video kind of shows them going all in.
You and I make videos like
they spent and that video wasn't cheap. That video, they spent some money even for that quick little clip to show you the span of it, the dimensions, the turbines working. That's a. I think they did that for a reason to let everybody know. Like, hey, it was almost kind of like, hey, we know we bullshitted y'all before, but we're really making
It's a
this.
product video. They're
Yeah,
highlighting the products.
we're really about that life right now. So y'all
Right.
I
better
mean, they
get
put
ready.
down a sheet of fake sand. You know they're serious.
Do you
Mhm.
know? Yeah.
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 But where are the footprints though? How will you know where to put everything?
Exactly. Where are the stormtrooper footprints? I don't know.
Right.
But that's just a perfect example. Just this. I don't know if this is glass or acrylic, but either way, just something just like this. You can fabricate if you wanted to and have a cool table.
Yeah. It's a
And
great
that's kind of neat too, especially if it's a coffee table, because if you're sitting down in a living room or something, then you get to see that top angle, that bird's eye view, that isometric view that you wouldn't see on a shelf unless you've angled it on like some acrylic risers or something. So,
Mhm.
and again, if it's a coffee table or something, you can walk around. You know what I'm saying? You can see it. You can appreciate it on all angles. That's the only caveat with vehicles. When things are too big,
Yeah.
you're almost like, shit, I'm just okay, I could fit it here. Okay, it's jammed in over here, and that's the angle you see, and that's it. You know what I mean?
And I remember when I first got the DeLorean, I lived in an apartment, and I think I was talking. I think I was on we were on your show, Anthony. We were talking to Denobi about that. I remember I got the DeLorean. I was in an apartment, and it was like I had it on top of my DTOFs, and I'm like, man, I spent all this money, and I'm just seeing it at this one angle. Man, this is not cool, you know. And that's when the ideas were starting to formulate. Like, okay, I need a better display. I want it, like you said, you want to be able to look down on it. That's the thing with vehicles. You want to display them in ways where you can really see all those angles, because if not,
Right. You want to
what are you spending all
appreciate
that money
that.
for?
You definitely want to appreciate it. You want to feel like, I mean, especially if it's within your ocular view, you want to be able to say, oh wow. Like even having, the Ray's sand speeder on top with her. I want to visually have it lower, but it's just a way of finding out how I can do it. I have an idea how I want to do it. So what I want to do is create like a feature table with all the vehicles.
Mm.
You know what I mean? With all the vehicles from different levels where you can actually see it. You can just see different. Okay, this is, the tumbler. You have the bat pod with the tumbler up there. Okay, cool. You'd have Ray Sandspeeder create the environment around that on a table, which I did with, I had it in my when I was taking photos with it, I did it that way. I did a video for it that way when I created just like artificial sand and, just have something like that where you can display it where it's at a lower level where you can appreciate it. Like that's so real quick though, I have to say something before it slips my mind. Remember how Jay, we talked about the quarter scale Mando and how I was like, you know what, I'm about to sell it. I just can't have it in my display.
Yeah.
So I pulled it down and I started posing the fuck out of
Called you back, didn't it?
I can't do it.
Dude, it's a great figure. It really is.
I
That's the thing.
can't.
It's a beautiful, it
I
is a
can't.
beautiful piece. It really
Can't
is.
do it. I was gonna do it. I was like, y'all need to sell this thing because I can't, but I can't, bro. Like,
You
'cause it is
can. You can. You have
Yo,
to be
yo, yo,
strong.
you can do it.
You have to be strong. Get somebody to box it up for you
bro.
while you're not home.
If you see the pose, you will understand why I cannot do it. It is hard for me to do this right
It is
now,
a
bro.
great piece.
It is a great piece, and it's like a statue on top of, but
It is a statue.
it may look, put it this way, there may come a time when I'll be like, you know what, I need to get rid of it, but right now it's just hovering right there, so I don't know. I can't get rid of it. Can't do it.
No, I can't wait to see that pose, bro. Cannot wait to see that pose. But no, it's a great piece. Moving on, this right here. Wow. So we saw Toby yesterday, and that was that looks great. But we see some other figures that they haven't. Well, one other figure that they had that hasn't went up for pre-order yet, and that is the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And I mean, if this, I mean, it looks good. I think it looks good. Of course, it's kind of hard to see exactly what we're going to get right there. But I mean, it does look like it's going to be a crease magnet, which all Spider-Man suits pretty much are crease magnets. But I am glad that I'm not mad at this display. I mean, this display looks awesome. Um, just want to get everybody's opinion on that. Start with let's go with you, Luminar.
I think it's really cool. Does it come like does a scaffolding? Is that going to be an accessory pack or like is it going to come with that? Because it looks really cool in the background.
I think that's just for the display. They just did that for Hot Toys display purposes.
Well, that's really cool. But I think it looks awesome. I mean, all the characters they look great. I might get that Tobey Spider-Man if they release him because I love Tobey Maguire. He was my Spider-Man growing up. So other than that, I think it looks really good. And I think that scaffolding setup, like, I mean, that's like something you could easily like, kind of make yourself. But if they sold that, that looks like a really good accessory pack or something for them to sell.
Yeah, they won't.
Yeah, I don't think
You just got to create it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Oh, Pookie is calling me.
Second brother.
That second brother. I think
can't let it go.
Quarter scale.
Yeah, no, man.
Oh man, it's a great figure. But yeah, Lel. So are you anticipating them to release the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
Here's the thing, bro. Like, I know it's gonna happen. There's no question. It's going to definitely happen. We're going to get it. But I sit on the other side of the fence in a sense because I know I'll get the figure. I'll definitely have it in my collection, but it's not something that's high up on priority for me. You know what I mean? Like, I think, the hype for No Way Home is there. A lot of people love the film. They want to recreate those scenes. Again, like, if I'm one who's actually going to probably pass on that integrated suit.
Really?
Yeah, I am because I don't like the suit. I didn't even like it in the film. Like, I didn't like it. I just that iteration of it, I just didn't like. I like the suit that we got, at the end. Yes. But this particular suit, I just wasn't really feeling. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people will get it, and I'm happy for you. Me, I mean, again, I'll definitely get Tobey and Andrew. But yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. It's just, they're going to basically reveal it. It'll probably be revealed at SDCC. You know what I mean? I know they'll probably do it then. And we talked about it last night. That's probably where we're going to see the reveal, which was surprising that they actually gave us a revealed, Andrew and not this figure. But I understand, you can't just unload everything. You got to have something that's, you know what I mean, out there. So it's a matter of when they're going to release it. They know that there's a lot of money that's going to go into it. I just want to see the head sculpt first. That's my main.
Absolutely.
Thing. I do want to see the head sculpt. Yeah.
We got local Lou in the house. He said, got to say it like he does. What's poppin', people?
Yeah.
What's up, local Lou? Good to have you here.
My man.
Oh, we got my guy right here, Eddie Rodriguez. Thank you for the $2 bomb. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button, guys. It is good for the Al Gore. That's the algorithm, not the former vice president. Shane, your thoughts on you getting any of these figures? Any of the Spider-Man stuff?
Waiting to see what they do with the Doc Ock head sculpt anyway.
Yeah.
And you and me spoke about, I think I commented on one of your streams before that I really want the MCU Hobo Goblin version. Maybe they don't do it, but I do think they'll eventually do it. Be great to get the unmasked head sculpt with the goggles and the torn purple hoodie and the kind of satchel with all the pumpkin bombs. Maybe I'm clutching at straws there, but I maintain they'll eventually do that one. So I'm waiting on the two of them. In terms of the Spider-Man, oh man, like I got 4 Spider-Man 1 on pre-order. That's 5.
Oh man,
can you get one of these? I don't think you can. Like for me, the obvious display is just get the 3 of them, put them in the middle of detail and have them doing the meme, with the head sculpt showing holding the masks or without with the masks on, or maybe do maybe try and take a leaf out of Posing with Peter's book and have one of them landing and another one jumping down their iconic kind of styles with some like transparent fishing line or something like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Look, it's 8 Spider-Man. I don't know, man. I think that's way too unrefined for me personally. Like, but I am very tempted, like, because they're not going to do those again. I really, really like No Way Home. So I just think that'd be a really cool display. Just the three boys pointing at each other. Simple, kind of cliche meme display, but I just really like that idea. So I'm not ruling this out. I'm definitely looking to see what Toby looks like the head sculpt. Like Lael said, no pre-ordering, just waiting to see.
There you go. Definitely can definitely understand it. And last but not least, Anthony. Now I know you're out of pretty much the MCU, not Marvel, but MCU. But I know you're also a big nostalgia guy, just like myself. Toby, Andrew, Spider-Man, are those appealing to you?
Well, yeah, I'd be lying if I said they weren't, but it just depends. You know, in my head, this is the problem with collecting, because I wouldn't go all in like this as much as this looks nice.
No.
I'm not a fan of No Way Home. Like, it's a cool movie, right? I've seen it a couple times, but it's not like original trilogy Star Wars.
Mhm.
You know, if that makes sense, right? Where I'm like, oh, I have to recreate this. This is the best movie ever. To me, it's not. So it's still good. Right. I just don't need to get in all in like this. Now, I thought about it, man. I thought about it because, you know, I have, you know, the original Stan Lee, and it'd be neat if you had just these three actors in the classic suit Spider-Man. That's it, right? And not a ton, just these. So you're like, well, you've got your comic, and you've got the three actors who reprised the role, you know, in the films. That would be kind of neat.
Yeah.
I can't deny the fact that these are cool pieces, and we're probably not going to see. Well, we'll see more Tom Holland's, but you know, as far as, you know, Toby and Andrew's concerned, this may be your last. You never say never, but you know what I mean. This may be your last chance to acquire these figures, you know, for quite a while anyway. And if that's something that you want to have in your collection, yeah, I mean, whether or not you buy this whole set, I mean, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You know, to have it displayed like that is a really nice setup here, but I don't think so. Like, again, if I were to pick them up, I wouldn't get the lizard base. I probably wouldn't get the villains. You know, I would just get the Spider-Mans if I decided to go into that, you know what I mean?
Right.
If I want to go down that path.
Just
but not to say they're bad.
Yeah, but just cherry pick those.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because that still would give me, especially like with a Stan Lee or something in the classic suit, that would give me a cool. I would almost prefer that display over this.
Absolutely.
You know, it's almost like this. I don't want to say like a shrine, but like a memorial almost. You know what I mean? It'd be really cool. So I don't know. But they look great, and of course we're gonna see the Toby. Again, they can't just blow the load. That's not how you do it. You show it like this. Oh, look, there's it teased it a couple months ago. Oh, you know, and then boom, we got Comic-Con coming, like Leo was saying, you know, next week. I mean, there's room. We're gonna see some more stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely, totally agree. So moving on from this right here was very interesting. Very interesting. Oh my God, because this was a figure that I sold last year, but this is the only figure that I sold. And after I did it, like a week after I did it, I needed the money at the time, or I thought I needed the money at the time. And I was trying to buy something, and then that deal kind of fell through. And then I was like, damn, I really didn't need to sell the Mark 6. So I was real upset about it. And I actually was going to look for it again, but some told me, don't buy it. I had the opportunity to buy it a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, nah, you know what? I'm going to hold off. So glad that I was patient and that I held off. Because this, the last Mark 6 we got was the Mark 6 from the Avengers. This is the Mark 6 from Iron Man 2.
Yeah, it's like at the end.
Yep, at the end. And the battle is way more battle damage on it and everything. This looks great. I'm going to go to you, Luminar. What is your thoughts on this? Are you picking this up?
No, Iron Man really doesn't move me like that. I love Robert Downey Jr., amazing, but I see it's so many Iron Men. It's like
Yeah.
I don't have the fine-tuned eye to be like, that's the Mark 6, that's the 85. Like I don't like you can just put one in front of me and I will not be able to tell you what model it is. So it's an awesome looking figure. The battle damage on it looks really, really cool, but it's a no for me.
I totally understand. Going back to Anthony on this, what is your thoughts on this, bro?
Well, I think I need to sneeze, but maybe it went away. No, sorry. Okay, so I think it's cool. I think it went away. I think it's neat. I'm not going to get it. Clearly, I'll just state that right now. But it is quarter scale. It is Mark 6 battle damage. This is the end of Iron Man 2. Again, like Luminara is saying, there's so many damn Iron Mans. But if you're an Iron Man fan and you're in a quarter scale Iron Man fan on top of it, this is really neat. It makes me think, are we going to get quarter scale War Machine, the Mark 1, battle damage 2 or something so they could be together? Are they going to have a head sculpt for these?
Yep.
Again, we don't know. This could be, just like what they're doing with Toby. You see a Spider-Man, you don't see the sculpt yet. Will we give it, so I don't know. But of course it's cool. And Iron Man is the moneymaker, bro. So
exactly.
This is no surprise at all. What will surprise me is if they stop making Iron Man figures. You know what I mean? So
right.
At this point, it's par for the course. It's like, well, it's about time for another quarter scale Iron Man. So
Yeah.
But pretty cool. That's not to take away from it. That's a testament to their success. That they can keep creating Iron Mans and keep selling them like hotcakes. So
I hope Ironheart gets that kind of love.
Yeah. Me too.
Me too.
Definitely.
Well, if it's any kind of Stark Tech stuff, that sells. I mean, you know, but again, it's a tough one too, because at the same time, I don't know about here domestically, other than between our peers, but like in Asia, like Rescue's not selling at all. I mean, we all know how cheap she is everywhere. Like, so it depends.
Crazy.
It really depends. But
that's crazy because that's an amazing figure.
It is.
It's an amazing figure, bro. I was even thinking about picking one up and just doing a repaint to create a rescue. I mean, create a Riri.
That's a great idea.
That's what I was thinking.
That's a great idea. I'll be honest with you guys. I did not know this was quarter scale until I started talking. So
hey, that's okay, dude. The more you know.
The more you know. Because I'm like, damn. So because that changes things for me. Because I'm out of quarter scale. But Mark, damn it. Oh God. So yeah, that's gonna be I'm gonna have to put some thought into this, because this would have to be like in a room somewhere, like in my study somewhere, if I had I don't know. Anyway,
it's a great suit in my opinion, only because I think the 6, the 7, and Sean, my best friend, who he loves Iron Man way more than I do. But I never liked the phase when it started to change. When he started doing nanotech stuff, even in the comics, I was turned off.
Me too. Honestly,
and I'm a sci-fi freak with a lot, in general. So you would think, oh, okay, cool, nanotech.
When you get out of the robot,
sci-fi.
like Iron Man, you think robot. I like the robot suits. I don't like.
I liked this like raw metal, like he put it together, but he made it stylish. It's not, because once you do this nanotech stuff, this is why I didn't care too much for Infinity War and Endgame to a point, just with the suits, is because it's like, oh, well, you can just do anything now. Well, I'm just fabricating a shield. I'm fabricating this giant, scythe or something, or, sword. It's just,
right.
I don't know. It cheapened it to me. I liked this because I was like, well, I built this. This is some tech that I built in a garage, or whatever. And
I like the fact that makes sense. The man, he was pretty much the man in a can, in a suit of, a knight in the suit, a knight. A knight, like a medieval knight with just some upgraded tech, right.
But to each their own. Some people really, and like I said, to that point, like Sean loves that nanotech stuff, and I was like, well, okay, cool, but I just like that more. I don't know, maybe it's just just opinions, I guess, whatever, preference, so to me, I was like, oh, this looks really neat, like this is cool.
Definitely. Shane, your thoughts on quarter scale Mark 6?
Well, the Mark 6, I think that's the one you're after, Jay. Sorry.
Yep.
That's my fire figure, man. That's if I had to sell everything, I'll keep that.
Hold on, let me.
Um,
I gotta do that real quick. Look at it in the
oh,
background. God,
yes,
man,
yeah,
that thing. Oh
that's in there.
God. Right.
It's yeah, it's a beautiful piece, man. It's like I said, it's my first Iron Man figure. It's my favorite armor. So because I everything you said yourself and Anthony said, like I do like the nanotech, but it's not the same as the man in the suit. Like that kind of like it's more like even for the effects when they're fighting, when he gets hit, there's more. You can hear the metal. It seems realer. The effects I think are better and the sound and stuff like that. But yeah, like this did catch my eye. I genuinely thought, like yourself, it would have been a 6 scale reissue, which I'd have been quite happy if I'd been quite vocal about it. That like a lot of people are clamoring for this one, and because we've got Whiplash, which is essentially a 2.0 reissue, whatever you call it, Mark One was more or less a straight reissue, I think, wasn't it?
Yep.
Uh, it made sense. It would make sense that they would reissue the Mark Six in 1/6 scale. But this threw a spanner in the works because I didn't see this coming quarter scale, and I'm like, "Oh, your favorite suit now available in quarter scale." Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
it's
this
gonna
is battle
it's,
damage
yeah.
in comparison, right, to the 6 scale.
And yeah, like well, the one behind me does come with 2 swap out battle damage parts, the exact same faceplate you see here, only in 6 scale, and the
Yep.
exact same chest piece as well. Because it was a bit inaccurate because this is the Avengers one, but yet they have the Iron Man 2 battle damage. So that was one of the critiques of it at the time, but it doesn't
Right.
make a difference. But the shoulder pieces are not battle damaged on the 6 scale one behind me. Neither is the thigh and stuff like that.
Right, like this is a lot more distress
Yeah.
and weathering and
I can't rule this out. It would make my life easier if they just reissue the Mark 6 and give everyone what they want in 6 scale and don't
Yep.
release this in quarter scale, because then I go happy for everyone. Don't have to consider getting the quarter scale version because it'd be hard to turn this down. It's my favorite suit.
Yeah, it looks good, man. Yeah, I'm out of quarter scale, but damn, that's all I can say. I'm not saying I'm gonna get it. I just don't know yet because I may just go track down the who knows. But anyway, Leo, your thoughts on this piece, bro?
Uh, this may get me kicked off the show. But I was never a fan of this suit.
Oh what?
Really?
Never.
I wasn't.
I don't have the power to boot you, bro.
I wasn't.
This
I
is
was
Jay's
never.
show.
Give me the blue wrench.
I was never a fan of the suit, bro. Like Iron Man 2, you already know what my armor was, and that was the Mark 5. I love that Mark 5. It was just something about that armor
It's
that
beautiful.
that draws me, bro. And I wish we'd have got more screen time with that piece.
Yes.
But this one right now, again, not to say that it's not a good piece. It just wasn't a good piece for me. I'm not really a fan of it. Because the thing is, when you get into, the different suits, it's kind of hard. It gets hard to kind of differentiate the just because of the color, you know what I mean? That hot wide red, stuff like that, the gold tilt. I mean, it was just, again, an upgrade. But again, and on top of that, it's a quarter scale. I'm not getting a quarter scale. I'm just, the thing is, I pick and choose when it comes to Iron Man figures, and it's not really one. This is not one that I was really going for, that I really had that interest in. But I'm happy for everybody else who does. And if this, once they release it, which they will, it's Iron Man. You already know that's going to happen. It's going to be exciting times for a lot of people, but yeah, it's not really anything on my radar right now.
Hey, all I can do is respect that because the Mark V, I recently got the Mark V, and this thing is beautiful. The silver in that deep wine red is just chef's kiss.
That's one of the reasons why I said, you know what, I'm just going to get the suit up. I have to get the suit up just to kind of make it, because it's something about that armor. Even when I saw it on screen, I was like, yo, this thing's amazing. So yeah, that's it for me though.
Big Bantha Boy says, if y'all don't know the suits, you're just lacking the knowledge. Okay. All right. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know what I'm going to do. It looks good. moving along. More close-ups. Got We got R5D4. They're showing that. We're gonna get all this stuff eventually. We're definitely, and I noticed that they're showing more Jawas and stuff here. So you guys think we're gonna get, and anybody can jump in on this one. You guys think we're gonna get a reissue of Jawas?
You would think. I would say that only because, like, dude, there's been a Jawa in every Disney Plus show now.
Yeah.
Mando, Boba, Obi-Wan, like, yeah, where the hell are the damn Jawas? I mean, you don't have to do a Jawa Gonk 2-pack reissue. I'm not expecting that. That's a New Hope, but Sideshow years ago did the Jawa 2-pack. So maybe they could do a 2-pack, just
Right.
whatever. I'd love that. A 2-pack where they're slightly different, right? Just a little bit, so that you can maybe buy 2-packs, so you can have just a little bit of that variation, in height or something. Like, it's weird that they're not. I mean, I guess they're not popular, but dude, there's a lot of shit that's not popular that they make. So I mean, I think it would, and if it's cost to make these things, come on, get out of here. They already got the body, a little bit of fabric, the light up eye. They have everything. Just put them out.
I agree. I totally.
I definitely cannot wait for this piece, man. I swear to God, I hope they do it. The minute it goes for pre-order, bro, take it.
Yeah. Just look at that
Take it.
detailing right there. Man.
Yeah.
Ugh. It looks good. It looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna just jump.
Go back once.
Just gonna jump to this right here.
All right, go forward.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the likeness?
Nah, not anymore. We kind of
beat that up, right?
Yeah.
This right here, though, man.
Yeah, that Wolverine, bro. I gotta have it.
I need this. Like,
I got it. It's so impressive, bro. And here's what I like about this, bro. And I was talking about it last night. Is you can pose it with you can pretty much any MCU figure you can pose this with. Like, literally, you can pose it with any of them, bro. And the thing is, because I love it, it's not refined to just one particular image. This is just an everyday tailoring, 1973, the year I was born, tailoring here. You know what I mean? I love that. And it's to have the sculpted arms, bro. Like, wow. They're listening and they see exactly what InArts is doing.
It was like, oh, we got
we're not gonna play that game. You're not gonna do that. But I don't mean this. I just love it, bro. I love everything about it. He got on those Carlos boots. You know what I mean? That Robert Barber, that leather jacket. Nah, it's decent, bro. I gotta have it, and it's worth it. Like, it's worth the deluxe. Definitely, it's worth the deluxe.
Oh, definitely worth the deluxe.
Yeah.
Definitely worth the deluxe. Shane, what do you think about this figure, man? You getting this? You gotta get this, right?
No.
What?
No. Look, I'm a Fairweather X-Men fan. I did watch the 90s cartoon. I really, really enjoyed that. I thought the original trilogy did very little for me. I thought the best part was Hugh Jackman. I actually really, really like how he portrayed the role, albeit I know a lot of people don't, and they say he was too tall. I get that, but I just like the way he played the grumpy, cantankerous, cigar-smoking a-hole who could cut you in two with his adamantium claws. Also, he got bloody jacked for the role, so I'll respect any actor who puts their kind of body in the line for years to try and emulate that. But overall, didn't like that trilogy. Didn't like really the origin stories. Thought Days of Future Past is probably my pick of them all, to be honest. But it's a bloody good figure. The head sculpt's on point. The tailoring's on point. The actual leather jacket, the seamless wrist. There's nothing not to like here, really. If you're an X-Men fan, I think it is a no-brainer. It's so unique looking. It's a bit different as well, the way it's 1973. If I pick up one of them, I feel I would like the adamantium claws, because if it was my one representation, but it's definitely nothing against you, Jackman, or nothing really against X-Men in general. It's just, and it's not the figure. It's like, It's strange. There's one of the close-up photos they put up yesterday, and the head sculpt genuinely looked like a 10. But then there's a few other angles that was like, that didn't look like him. But it must have been just the lighting or something. I don't know.
Let's go back.
Because it was so good. There's one particular photo. Oh yeah, that one. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it was this one. I thought that was. See, that looks different. The second.
Yeah. I think that's lighting.
The camera's a little bit lower looking up.
Yeah, I get that
slightly. You know what I mean?
But
so they want to
looks
showcase
like chalk and
multiple
cheese.
angles.
But that first image just looks fantastic. No, I'm saying no. I feel, but I really do like how he portrayed the character, and I did like Days of Future Past, but no, I gotta stay in the lane on this one.
Yep. And you know, Thick Banther Boy pretty much said the same thing. He said, I can't get past the lack of adamantium claws. And I'm gonna go to you, Anthony, on this. You have a Wolverine shirt on.
You know what's funny? Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I've had this shirt for quite a while. Quite a while. I've had this cup for even longer, and today is the day I realized not only am I drinking this out of this cup, it's the same. It's the same freaking shirt, dude. It's the same. It's identical. And I've had these both for over a decade, and I was like, just today, I was like, what the? It's the same.
What you drinking out of that cup, huh?
No, really, no, just some tea. But listen though, I disagree. I disagree.
I think it adds to the charm that it doesn't have the adamantium. Right?
I like Bone Claw Wolverine.
Yeah.
So, because every Wolverine's adamantium. After Weapon X, you know, all of this happens. Well, you know what I'm talking about. So it's unique.
Everything that basically happened after Fate, especially when Magneto stripped his armor away, especially when he stripped the adamantium in the books away, bro, and how long it took. It played a psychological game on Wolverine in the books, like straight up being without it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I love that we're getting this iteration because it's totally different. It doesn't have the adamantium. It's just more so realism. I love that about this piece. You know what I mean? I love that we're getting a different iteration. It just to me, it just makes sense, you know, for the area and also for the film. I just love it, bro.
Well, and that's how I feel. It's like, this is okay. Like the clothes are awesome. It's unique. You know, I love that alone is really cool. They're taking notes. Man. Having you know, the swap out arms, the seamless forearms is a really cool touch. You know, real leather jacket. I mean, dude, this is really cool. The deluxe base is just
it's a hold my beer moment for them.
Yeah, and it's telling me we need a Magneto from the film if they're gonna, you know, like this would just be really cool, man. And again, I was not a fan of Hugh Jackman. I remember going to the theater. I think it was 2000 when X-Men came out. Yep. And I walked out of the theater equally as upset as when I walked out of the theater of episode 1. But you know, because I was like, what did I just watch? Like, I didn't understand. Star Wars was totally weird, right? Because we're used to original trilogy and all this. This was so different. I felt almost the same way when I saw X-Men in 2000. I was like, what is all this? They're all wearing black outfits. The story's all wrong. Like, that's not how Rogue got her powers. Where's Miss Marvel? Like, you know, or Captain Marvel, whatever you want to call her nowadays in the MCU. But you know what I'm saying? It was weird. So I adjusted and I was like, he's too tall. He's too tall. But he grew on me. I guess it's one of those, you know, if someone's just around you all the time, you just, you know, you're kind of like, all right.
Hugh Jackman?
He's all right. But
he definitely had the Logan. He definitely had the Logan face. That's what
he did. He did, and I think he did a good job. It's nothing at him as an actor. I think when I watched Logan, I loved that. I bought the 4K, you know, Logan double pack with the black and white version as well, like the noir version film. Like, I loved Logan. That was dope. So again, he kind of grew on me, but this was so refreshing for me to see when this popped the other night. I didn't care. Yeah, we knew we were getting a Spider-Man. We knew Obi-Wan was coming. This I just kept
out of nowhere,
right? And I kept drawing to it. I was like, and I saw people complaining. Well, why are we bringing up something old? I'm like, well, wait a minute. It's 2014. It's not that old. Let's go further back, man. You want to talk about old? Like, do you just want the same Disney stuff over and over that it's predictable?
Right.
Like, this is
I
cool.
wonder what they're saying now when they're looking at the 1989.
I know, and it just it
Right.
baffles me because you know what I'm saying. Like, everybody is always like, you can
give us more of the same.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, you don't have to buy it. Is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Totally
like, do you think? Because people, I see a lot of people's arguments says like, oh, this figure's coming out when something else could come out, and I'm like, well, no, they're on a production queue, man. This ain't. It's not gonna bump them down that much, guys. You don't have to buy this. Like, if I have to deal with 472 Iron Mans, you could deal with a Wolverine once every 7 years or so.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, it becomes a situation where it's a comfort zone type of situation. People don't really like what's different. You know what I mean? Like, they don't like something that's, you know, it's you know, if it's not dealing with the same repetitive IP, then, you know, it becomes one of those situations. Well, why would they go back? Why would they go back and give us that instead of giving us more? Because all they're going to continue to do is give us more Iron Man figures.
yeah,
and
just
it's
wait
the
till
same
they
thing.
start
It's
to
like,
do stuff.
yeah,
They give
like
us Aliens again or Predator again,
Right.
and people are gonna be like, "What is this?" I'll be like, "Well, this is Hot Toys."
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
What would kill me is if they just pop up with a Terminator figure tomorrow or something. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
and it's in their wheelhouse to do that, to just mess with us.
Yeah.
I
You know,
yeah.
here's a
I'm definitely
T800
getting it.
reissue or something.
Right.
Like,
Luminar, you getting this?
Probably not, but I appreciate Hugh Jackman because I did not know he was Australian when I was younger.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
you get jarred when you first hear an interview, like, okay, this man's Australian. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But in every movie, he just got more jacked. Like he was calling Dwayne the Rock Johnson, like, how do I get more jacked for this next movie? That's how you know he had dedication. So
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
can only respect that.
yeah, you have to. And I love Hugh Jackman so much. I'm just excited for X-Men in general. I can't wait for X-Men 97.
Woo.
I just see in my mind, I just envision all the characters we can get if Hot
Yeah.
Toys or
Yeah.
3-0 or any other third party wants to make some. Please, please, please. Storm, Mystique, Jubilee, Rogue, all the characters, please.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Before we move on, we got a special announcement. Not by Candy Cousins, not by Lando, but from Macho Dad.
Ooh, yeah. Hot Toys have done another one. Hello, folks. This is the Macho Dad. Yeah, Hot Toys have done another one. They pull out some surprises for us. If you look around in the background, this is for Candy Cousins. If you see here, the neon text. I know these are kryptonite to Candy Cousins. They kind of make him think about them lollipops that he was sucking on when he was a kid. Yeah, but back to how you talk about Hot Toys. They gave us what we wanted. They gave us the Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah. And it gave us those surprises. A freaking USB lightsaber. Everything was going on in the world and coming around with the universe. And it came down to Macho and said, Hot Toys is gonna do one, it's gonna be a surprise. And it was a freaking USB lightsaber! USB! They're finally listening. That's what we want. It's innovation.
Yeah. Macho Dad, ladies and gentlemen. Macho Dad.
That's dope.
So I mean, he brings up a good thing. He talks about innovation. And I know we're not going to, I don't want this to be a whole thing about talking about the head sculpt. I think everybody in community yesterday, we all talked about the head sculpt. I think they're going to fix it.
Yeah.
But I do want to say innovation. We talked about it. They're listening, like we said about Wolverine's, about the Wolverine claws and the seamless arms. They're listening out there. So I do like the fact that they are giving us a USB powered lightsaber. How it's going to work, I don't know. You guys' thoughts on that? I mean, do we like this innovation? Do we want to see more of this?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. What are you talking about? Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Because who uses the lightsabers? Really?
No one.
Those arms, you have no articulation. The batteries are a pain in the ass. They die instantly. It's old dead tech.
Yep.
Sorry, I just chimed in because I'm absolutely, yeah, dude, absolutely, dude. USB is the way. Like everything, and I'm not just saying this, but everything that, that's going on with X06, there's no batteries. There's no batteries. I mean, it's, it's all USB. You have to, it is time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm because I'm gonna dip out here in a second, but because I had to get ready for Uncivilized. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep it short. Definitely, like I said, I was happy that they released this the way they did. I'm happy that the head sculpt is not 100% perfect because it's room for improvement. There's nowhere else to go but up. Besides that, I love that base. I love the tailoring. This was the outfit that I wanted. I love the innovation with the lightsaber. We're finally getting a USB LED. Come on, man. Like, it makes so much sense.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I'm glad they're doing it. So I'm happy. I have no qualms with it. Once it's released, and I'm getting it. Plain and simple. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It will be mine. Along with that Vader, once they release that. I mean, it's Star Wars. It is what it is. People can say what they want about the head sculpt, and that's fine. Not. I don't care what head sculpt you want to say is perfect. It's not all the way. Even people always go back, and I'm gonna say this. It's going to be the unpopular opinion. People will go back and say, "Yo, that Yondu is perfect. It's the Grail. It's this, that, and the third." I'm guaranteed there's going to be a level of imperfection in that somewhere.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There's imperfection in almost every head sculpt. It's basically from your ocular, your perspective, from your certain point of view, if you call it what it is. Not every head sculpt is perfect. That's just in my opinion, but it is what it is. I can't wait, to get this piece in hand, again, what I love about this base is I can use it with two figures, this one and also the Rey from, The Last Jedi. That final scene, I can use it with this base. So I love that, there's range in that. So again, it is what it is, but yeah, I'll have it. But yeah, man, everybody got to dip out of here, get ready for Uncivilized. But thank you so much for having me on, man.
Absolutely.
It's been a blast.
What you got going on, bro?
Tomorrow's Figure Flex Friday, which I got to talk to Lumi and Lou about because we might have to push it up earlier. Because I forgot we got a Roots concert to go to tomorrow.
Ooh,
so, we might have to bump it up a little bit earlier, but I'll talk to you all about that. I'm also going to send you the emails with all the flexes. So I'll send that through tonight after I get off the show. I have them here. I got your email, so I'll send it to you. Yeah, so we're going to have Figure Flex Friday tomorrow, Collectors Lounge on Sunday, Comic Book Talk with Friends on Monday, where we're going to break down the last episode of Miss Marvel, which I loved. I love that series. I loved it. And yeah, back for Say What next Wednesday. Lumi, I want you on that show for a specific reason if you are available, because we're going to talk, and I hate to keep jabbing it, but based on what we dealt with yesterday and what we talked about yesterday and the response that we got when we asked about diversity and collecting, I want to kind of go back to that.
Did not like it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that response.
I wasn't
I didn't.
I had to bite my tongue on it, but I didn't like that response because even saying that, oh, we're going to dip in the well of like sports, that to me is a stereotype.
It is. It's a cop out.
It's a cop out for me, and I didn't really like it. So, and they're not saying not John. I'm not putting this on John. I'm just putting it on the simple fact that the company that you work for,
right?
There's a lot of diversity, and they say that there's not much. What, the Dora Milaje is not much. You know what I mean?
That's like 30 figures right now.
There's 30
figures.
To be
fair, just to play advocate, it just culturally, it's the Asian market.
Mm-hmm.
They're not yet, as of yet, they don't have any official U.S. distribution, so they have to go off what's popular in Asia. And not just as an advocate, I'm just saying.
I'm not willing to give them that though, bro, because we've been giving them that for too long. We've been doing that for too long.
Sure.
Because what are they going to do basically when Blade drops? What are they going to do? Simple fact that right now, for instance, we did get, we got WandaVision.
Yeah.
We had Monica Rambeau in that series. We didn't get
Yeah.
her. You know what I mean? Like, look at all these series where we actually did have diversity and we didn't get them. So that's the thing is,
I completely
I'm
agree.
done. I'm done making excuses for that market because they're just showing their hands and everything that's been said so far. You know what I mean? Again, so we'll talk about it, but we'll have a respective conversation. But I'm just not. To me, I'm not willing to go back and give them that same courtesy. I'm not making excuses for them anymore. And that response that we got yesterday on yesterday's show, it just proved it.
Yeah.
It just really, really proved it because I didn't like that response.
I didn't either.
You know what I mean?
I'm
To say
glad
that,
you
you
brought
know,
that up.
it was
I'm
very
so glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
basic and very kind
Yeah.
of
yeah,
their way of thinking almost. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Like,
And they didn't confirm Zoe Kravitz, bro. They didn't. Come on, man. That was the Batman Cat was a big major thing that Warner Brothers was pushing
That's
with
right.
this film,
Mhm.
and you didn't do
Yeah.
it. So nah, I'm just not willing to give them that, bro. So we'll talk about it on Wednesday. Lumi, if you are available, I would love to have you on the show. Because we are definitely going to dive into it. But again, man, thanks for having me on, man. And yeah, we'll dive in deep, man. Mafia, I'll check you out later on.
yeah, brother.
You know, Jay, I'll talk to you later. Shane, I'll see you on Sunday, man. I can't wait to hit them rants, man. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be super dope because I love them. That's the highlight of every Sunday, so I can't wait for that. But I'll talk to you later on. All right.
All right. Peace. Thank
Peace,
you so
brother.
much.
Peace out.
for being
Everybody out in the chat, love y'all. Talk to y'all later. All right,
here.
peace.
Have a good one, Lil. Thanks so much, bro. Thank you so
No
much. for
doubt,
being
man.
here.
No doubt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. BT Artman had something here that was very interesting. Moving on. He was saying that I hope they do the same thing with Bespin Luke with the USB batteries. Not batteries, but the USB light up function. Do you think you guys think we could get
Man,
that?
you know, it sucks because that was announced in April.
Yeah.
And I think it was like April 26th, 27th. It was like a week or so before May 4th celebration, remember?
Yep.
So I think once they announce something, that shit's set in stone. It's very strange, but we're in new ground, so maybe they can be like, you know what?
Because they've done
Because we're
updates
doing this-
before, like with Grogu.
Right, then they've
yeah.
done updates with sculpts and stuff, especially on the topic, especially with Obi-Wan. I'm not sweating this because Rey did not look good at all. Kylo did not look good at all.
Yeah.
Professor Hulk did not look good at all.
Yes.
And they fixed him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Doc Ock looks like Chevy Chase, right? They, doesn't look like him. They announced, hey, we're going to update this. So it's not out of their wheelhouse at all to update the sculpt. Now, as far as USB goes, I mean, because that's a most recent, that's what's tough. Because when is the deadline? Are they just like, you know what, moving forward, that's what we're gonna do? Are they gonna go hit Mando Ahsoka and give her, USB? Are they gonna give Bespin Luke USB?
Right.
I think it's gonna start with this Obi-Wan and just move forward at that
Move
point. That's
forward.
the unfortunate, because they have to, much like how John was talking with Inarts, when he was on my show about, once things are set in stone, it's hard. You got to go back. You may have to do reapproval. You may have to change the packaging. You may have to now reprint all the instruction booklets that previously did not advise that, or instruct that there's USB on the contents page. There's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? From a business standpoint, there's a lot of, kind of red tape and stuff and backtracking that it's going to cost money to do. I know it doesn't sound like it, but so I feel like maybe not, man. Maybe just moving forward now that they've announced it, there's no reason that the next Jedi or Sith, that this would not continue, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a great point. Luminar, your thoughts on that?
I think the lightsaber, the innovation is great, but going off what Anthony said, if they are not going to be able to update them, do you think they're going to be removing the batteries before they ship? Because they're going to have to do that for Australians, right?
Yeah.
Well, Hot Toys doesn't distribute, so I think
Depends
they're going
on
to
the
have to
company.
I think they're going to have to leave it up to, like, for example, Sideshow. Sideshow ships to Pop Culture,
Yep.
so
Right.
Sideshow's going to get their batches, and then Sideshow's going to have to open the product and remove the
They're not. They're
batteries.
just canceling the orders.
Really?
Yeah, because
Wow.
I was talking to an Australian collector, and they said, yeah, basically, they had an order and it had a battery in it, and I think it was actually the Nightmare
the
Batman.
2-pack, or
Yeah, the Nightmare Batman and Superman, because there's like 3 little batteries in Superman's head for the swap out head sculpt. So I got an email from Sideshow then. It's like, yeah, we've had a cancel your order. So refunded. So like that's where they're at the moment. So if they're not shipping to individual customers, they're probably not. They're not. Australia aren't allowed to take those in. So I think
that would be a problem, like you're saying.
yeah, like so I think this is like a long time coming, and I reckon it's going to start from here on out, because not only do we need to see more of this, but we need to see more of, like, say, like the Iron Man's. The battery's got to go. They
Yes,
can't
Lord.
ship their
Yes.
products to
Mhm.
Australia now. Australia's a pretty big continent, like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's a whole market that would
they
be
have to evolve,
lost.
or they don't sell, any of their products with button batteries. To, like, are they going to rely? I know. Is it? I think it's actually is the Devil's Workshop and another company are emailing their customers saying, "Look, we know you have this ordered. We know you live in Australia. We'll offer to take them out." But apparently, Sideshow aren't doing that at the moment. Maybe they'll change, but the best thing to do is that this acts as a catalyst to get Hot Toys to go, come on, join the 21st century.
The only problem with that, though, is perfect example like what you just mentioned with Superman. If there's a figure that only requires a little bit of juice just to like light up the eyes or something, then Hot Toys may just start omitting that feature. Being like, well, you know what? We're just not even going to do this
and take
anymore.
a step backwards almost.
Right, you know what I mean? Because they're not going to
Right.
like, well, how are we going to put a USB in the back of the head and whatever, that aren't like they don't want to put in R&D for that stuff, or is it even worth it for? So they might just scrap the whole idea because of that too. Which, not to say that a lot of us would use it, but I mean, some of us, buy like the soap reactors, that are specifically, the batteries that plug into the wall for all these little things other than using batteries. So it's, or they make it and they just simply say batteries not included. Problem solved.
There you go.
Yeah,
you can buy them at your
probably
local,
the way they're gonna go. Absolutely.
Store or Amazon, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what they should do, because then that's good for us. Should we want to put batteries in it, we have the option, the functionalities in place.
Yep.
And for people like in Australia who can't have it, there you go. You don't have to worry about resellers having to open your product, remove the batteries. Just batteries not included.
That's probably the way to go.
That's the smartest. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's definitely the way that they're going to go with that.
Nah, man, I want more of this. I want that.
I do too. I'm
stuff.
saying anything that requires
Yeah.
light
Yeah.
should, like these new Iron Mans come with USB. That's cool. But things like the glowing eyes is the only light up function on a figure, then they just need to be like batteries not included.
Think about what we have so far. So this lightsaber now is USB charged, whatever. Then there was the Mark 1, that's USB powered. I'm not sure, do you charge it or is there a micro USB? It goes in the back and it causes the thing in the back to turn up. I think it causes the arc reactor to light up. There's a little motor in the back of the new Mark 1.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's something.
Yeah.
I don't
And that's
remember,
USB powered. And then there was I think it's the Silver Centurion or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's a micro USB as well, and something to do with the new Tor as well. So like they're kind of getting there. They're testing the waters, I'd say, to see if it's doable, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, I think I think that they were already on the brink of doing that in the first place, and then what happened in the world with Australia kind of made them push even more. Like, okay, we really need to. We were planning to do that anyway, but we really need to put it out there. And I think, I mean, to Anthony's point, yeah, that this probably would be their first endeavor into like our first regular figures like with the lightsaber technology for these for Star Wars figures. This would be their first one, and moving on, they would continue that. Yeah, but who knows? But
when speaking about innovation, right, things like this. Now, granted, this is kind of a product of our times, right? Because they don't want to lose a market, and really, it's overdue. But as far as talking about innovation's concerned, so what I'm noticing, right, is we have Wolverine, we have this Obi-Wan, and we have Arena Fett. These are new announcements, / release with Fett, right? They're all on a circular base.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if this is going to become a new. Now, remember the old ones, and still to some extent they still do them. They just kind of give you that oval, cheap,
Yeah.
just
I
generic base.
love the oval one. I think they look much better. And I mean, for those guys that still have detolfs, it's easier to place in a
Easier to,
detolf.
yeah. But now, for the most part, Star Wars has been known for their rectangular shaped ones. But
Right.
I'm kind of digging these because we'd have to look at this Obi-Wan again because I don't. Well, he does have the rocks coming up, but I don't know if there's anything on the base. I don't remember.
Let me
But
pull
the
that up.
Wolverine has the grass. That's really cool. Like,
Very cool.
that's what I'm saying. If they can do stuff like that, because they see the market, because there's people out there making custom stands all the time. Give us stuff like that.
Exactly.
Then you're getting more money because people aren't spending money elsewhere. Like, that's cool, man. Like, yeah, the regular one, yeah, I hate these little hexagon stands too, but the grass one for the deluxe is sweet. It's on a different picture, a different post.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there's gonna be one with like 8 photos or something that I got a little confused by as well.
There it is. Yep, there it is. Okay, yep, that's the deluxe one. Okay, right here. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and without that on there, I mean, it's cool that this just whatever, fake felt, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? The golf course, whatever that shit's called, I forgot. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. Like, it's still neat to do stuff like that.
Absolutely. Want to give a shout out to P Rock. P Rockzilla says stopping by to show some love to the panel. And Chats, thank you so much. Thank you so much, P Rock. Also, we have my guy Collecting Madness, Chris. What's up? Which he said, what's good? What's going on? Great panel tonight. Absolutely. Try to have you here next week as well, sir. But no, this is great. I mean, I love these oval bases. And if this is like a new thing, if this is the new hotness for Hot Toys, I'm all in. Because I really,
yeah, it's cool, right?
Yeah, I really dig them. Really dig them. A last bit of news for tonight. Last thing I want to touch on, and this is something we all kind of seen before. Up. Let me go back here. Which kind of irks the hell out of me. But let me see if I can find it. Go here. They showed us all this stuff. Of course, we seen that. Of course, we seen this guy. This guy looks badass. So badass. This one not so badass. But we have this Darth Vader right here, which looks,
dude, the base
phenomenal. Look at that base.
It's the quarter scale base, basically.
It is.
Yeah.
What are you guys' thoughts on this? I'm gonna start with you, Luminar. What do you think about this? I mean, it's Vader. You can't go wrong with Vader.
I think it looks really good. Like, just the different type of materials that they have throughout. It just looks awesome. I mean, it's Vader, so you can't go wrong with Vader.
Absolutely. Is this in your? Well, you said you really weren't into a lot of Star Wars, but Vader is a good place to start.
I mean, Vader is a good symbol to have. Just you can pose them with any of your figures.
Yep.
Throw them in there. I mean, it's awesome. So I might think about getting it. Have him and Ahsoka battling or something. Just the fantasy. Something.
Love it. Shane, this going into your collection, bro?
Yeah, I think so. I'm I'm looking for a Vader that can kind of double as an original trilogy and hopefully get swap out parts and be battle damaged. But Mario made a point on one of the on my live stream earlier on today, and he basically said that he'd prefer a clean version and then a completely separate battle damage, but a heavily battle damaged one. Because if you just get the swap out head or the swap out chest plate, it's probably not going to do it justice. Because he did get hit with a lightsaber across the chest, I think in the back as well, and obviously on the helmet. So yeah, I can see where he's coming from. So I don't know. Ideally, what I'd like is the quarter scale Vader as my representation for the original trilogy, and then hold out and see if they do a battle damage version with that broken mask. So Yeah, I'm keeping a close eye on this. I'd like to see. I'm looking forward to waking up and seeing the. I was about to say seeing the Instagram post, but I'm looking forward to waking up and seeing Riley and KG going mad on a live stream.
There you go.
And then I'll know, right, it's dropped. Like, you know, so
Having a
yeah,
bro fit.
yeah. I'll be keeping an eye on this or them. Yeah.
Absolutely. And Anthony, I already know, bro.
What,
But
that I'm gonna
your
get it?
thoughts. Your thoughts, yes.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get it for sure. But the thing is, I agree with Mario, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I want it to happen. I want it to happen, and I don't know why I don't think it's gonna happen. Because like it's more money for them.
Yeah.
We see it happen with
Yeah.
Iron Mans all the time. Thanos. We get battle damage variants often.
Yeah.
So
Why
it's
not Darth Vader? Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's. I just don't know why I have a feeling they're not going to do it. I hope I'm wrong.
Vader always sells as well.
Yeah, he does.
and
So it's
if they do one USB, if they give Obi-Wan a USB lightsaber, they have to give Vader
yeah,
the same.
they would. Well, what I'm thinking they would do with this is because just like the quarter scale Vader, if you plugged it, I'm pretty sure that base is going to light up down there white.
Yeah.
Just like what I have up there that's lit up, right? It's going to light up, and then that USB cord can go right behind the cape and plug right into the base. So that's what I'm thinking if they're going to follow suit with with the USB sabers. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, what's tripping me out though is that I don't know if it's just the lighting, but it looks like his chest and belt are lit up.
Mm-hmm.
And if they are, the base is not. So those are batteries, or is this just the glare, shining back and giving us artificial light in this image? I don't know. Can we look at the other? There was another angle of this to see, but I don't know. I don't. Yeah, see, it looks like it's lit up.
I think it's lit up. Yeah.
So I don't know exactly, but I'm totally gonna get it. Again, if they don't do, here was my initial thought. If they don't do a battle damage, then I think what they would do is just have a Hayden Christensen head sculpt underneath the helmet part, very much like the quarter scale, and then that top helmet would come on, and you can take it off and it's clean, and they give you an additional one that's broken that you can put on so that you can see the face, or you can just take it all off and have him just sculpted. I don't know.
Right.
I would prefer a regular and a battle damaged, but if they do both, I'm doing both because this Vader can fit with any Vader. You really can. I mean, you can argue semantics that the outfits are slightly different, but you could take this clean Vader if you don't have one, put it with, New Hope, Rogue One, whatever you want to do, and then buy the battle damaged one and, have that representation of the show. So I would hope they do both, but yeah, it's definitely a purchase. No brainer.
Absolutely. Want to give a shout out to my guy, Austin Crafton. What's up with you, partner? Thank you for being here. Always. It's my guy right there. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely getting it. I'm with Beskar right here. He said must have all Vaders. I'm in. Absolutely. Now for my final thing for tonight. Final thing. This right here kind of pissed me off. Although this is I think we all can agree, this is a great Book of Boba Fett display. But Cobb Vanth, what is this? This is like what, the fourth convention or type of thing they've showed him. Can we get a pre-order, Hot Toys? Seriously, I'm looking at
Well, I mean, it should make you happy.
I mean, it does, but it's like, can we get a pre-order and can we get that Timothy Oliphant?
Well, the reason I only say that is because we keep seeing him,
it's gonna happen.
Further solidifies that he's coming.
Yeah,
and either they're not ready to reveal the head sculpt yet, because they're gonna announce it, and when they, how it happens, right? We have 9:00 my time or whatever, an announcement pops up, whatever, and you're like, oh, look at all these pictures. And you're like, oh, look at the head sculpt. Oh, look at the accessories. Like all the official. That's when people are going to get drawn in rather than just having them there with the sculpt. Just the fact that we keep seeing him
is going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. This is good news.
Okay.
This is good news. I try to look at it through, a different lens, if you will. Like, it makes me feel confident that we're getting him, and I'm happy.
It's good. And that's a good way to look at it. Shane, your thoughts on we getting Cobb? So we should we expect to see Cobb Banff announced?
Yeah, I think they're gonna announce him. I do think they're gonna announce him. I think it's coming. I just got a strange feeling though that maybe he doesn't come with a head sculpt, and a lot of people get annoyed though.
Ooh.
See, I think that's the reason for the delay in the announcement.
Yeah,
Because again, this was shown
Possibly.
off last year. They could have easily announced this already.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things they could have easily done that they don't do though. You know, complete lines.
Granted. You know what I mean?
You know, like
Right, and they announced us a Wolverine. I mean, you know.
yeah. This is like, yeah, I do see Cobb Van coming, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's only a matter of time. I don't know. Who knows what they're doing?
Makes a lot of sense. Luminar, your last thoughts, just on these three figures right here. I know you don't collect you don't collect Star Wars, but do these look appealing? Do you think you'll?
Yeah, that Cobb Vamp looks really cool. I mean, I like the orange peeking out from underneath the green. I love that. And when I was watching Mandalorian, I hadn't realized that actor is from Deadwood, right?
And Justified.
Yeah. So I was like, that's that guy. I know him from something.
Yep.
I mean, if they make a head sculpt, you can easily take that head sculpt and make the character he was in Deadwood if you got like a little Western kind of theme going on. So they do need to have a head sculpt, definitely. But I think they look really cool. And another way, I mean, it's another Boba helmet outfit, but it's different.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's on a different person. It's not just another variant of Boba. So
yeah,
I like it.
Absolutely. Well, guys, that has been it for tonight. This was a great stream. Very great chat. You guys were awesome as well. This is just a lot of great questions. Went through a lot of good stuff, and still more to come. So I'm gonna start with you, Luminar. I know we talked about it at the top of the show. What you got going on?
Well, we got Figure Flex Friday tomorrow, and I'm going to be showing off my Storm.
Yes.
I have like a whole thing. I have to put a shelf up so I can it's a whole thing. So I'm gonna have a different little display here tomorrow, but that's what we got coming up. Next week, I guess I'm going to be on Lael show on Wednesday, so I'll see you guys on that. And yeah, so I'll be around.
Awesome. Good to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. It's always a pleasure. Shane, my guy, with the clean, super duper clean display back there, man. What you got going on next? Who's that coming up? I think I got an idea, but tell the people who's going to be next on Visions.
Who's next on Visions? Marco from 16 Fix. He's after Collector's Lounge on Sunday, and then Alan, he doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he's a lad from the UK. He's the 6 Scale Gallery. He specializes in portraits. Really nice.
Got some fire stuff on Figure Flex.
Yeah, really good. He's a really nice guy as well. He's Tuesday, and then I think it's next Friday. Ben from the Ben Thomas Show. And then, like, I got to get Mafia on, but, like, you know, his people are talking to my people, and, you know, he wants more than 20%. Like, you know what I mean?
But it's a negotiation progress.
Yeah,
we're
it's
almost
a negotiation.
there. We're almost there.
It's like we might actually get Cobb Fan before he comes on. Like, but no, we'll work it out. And of course, Luminara as well. If you're interested in doing a show, Visions, 100%.
Awesome. Once again, always good to have you here, brother. Thank you. It was a pleasure being on your show.
Thanks very much.
Earlier this week too. I had a lot of fun, man. Can't wait to come back on. Definitely.
We'll bring you on for the future.
There you go. Anthony, one's Exo6 player pimp. What you got going on, bro?
Well, not much. No, I mean, you know, we got our streams on Saturday nights. I have to think. I know, right? Because sometimes it's so busy, man. So obviously, thanks, you know, for inviting. Always, you know, it's always a pleasure being here with you, man. But like, I don't know, Saturday night, you know, we do our streams and did some morning shows and got some other stuff in the works. I'm kind of redoing the display a little bit and got some things coming. And you know, we got to stay tuned. We got some cool stuff coming, man. And road to 2K, right? We almost there, man. So that's cool.
Absolutely.
That's definitely cool.
Let's do it, everybody. Let's get. And I think everybody that's in here is already subscribed to most everybody here, but let's, we need to get those numbers up. So help us get those numbers up. Um, you know, watch all these wonderful people right here. Watch their channels, subscribe, leave likes, all that stuff. It definitely. I know y'all hear us say it a lot, but it definitely does mean a lot, and it helps us a lot. If I did miss anybody's comment, I'm so sorry. We're trying to juggle the shows. There's a lot of work over here, but I like getting to everybody's comments and putting them all on the screen because you took time to write in. If you took time to write in, I could put it up. So that's just how I feel about that. But what do I got going on? Oh my God. So I got coming up Saturday with Local Lou. That's going to be great. It's going to be a great show. Have shows Saturdays. That's over on his channel. That's going to be awesome. I also got some videos, some regular. I haven't done any regular videos in a while. So got the top 10, my top 10 figures that I love. That video is coming out. I should be putting that out this weekend. I know I've been saying that like every weekend for like over the last 6 months, but it is coming out this weekend. So we're definitely going to be doing that. And on Tuesday, Good Morning Grails will be showcasing Hella for that. Also, if you follow me on Instagram, at Brother Cousins Toy Reviews, underscores underneath every word, you would have seen the schedule. I did a whole schedule for Good Morning Grails, so it's no surprise what's coming next. I think I did it up until September, so we got a lot of heat. So go check out my Instagram and look at that so you can see what's coming up every week on Good Morning Grails. A lot of fun stuff. Guys, it has been great. You guys have been great. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here. It's been a great show. Excellent show. Guys, y'all have a good one out there. Chat. Love you. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace. And we are out.